Hello, my name is Nate. Welcome to my art channel. Can you believe it's 2024 already? It just kind of blows my mind. But this is my first video of a brand new year and it's time to set some new intentions. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but I do believe in setting goals for the year. So my intention for this year is to be a little more structured in the painting that I do. I'm a generalist. I want to learn and at least be proficient at all of the techniques. But so I tend to bounce around a lot from one thing to another. For this year, I want to do some series. I want to do, like for the month of January, I want to do basically all of the same technique and then get inspired to try something new for the next month. So for this month, I'm going to continue doing some ribbon pours. And this time specifically, I want to turn a ribbon pour into a seascape, a sunset seascape. You can probably tell from these colors. So I am teaching a landscape seascape class at the next Fluid Art Boutique conference in Dublin, Ireland this coming June. So I think I should probably do a few more of these on my channel, don't you think? So I'm gonna walk you through my colors. Everything you see here is a leftover paint, and almost all of them are combos of different things. So there's no, this is Golden's Permanent Red Violet, and this one is Amsterdam Vermilion, and this one is this little Piggy pigment in Mango. All of the others are combinations of several different colors. So I thought I would walk you through what I've done here, because I see a lot of people say that when they want to brighten up a color, they add white. And that's actually the wrong idea, because white never brightens a color. It always softens the color. So actually what it does is make a pastel. So this cup right here is vermilion that I have tinted with Amsterdam titanium white to come up with this kind of soft pastel orange color. And then this one I have tinted Amsterdam primary yellow with titanium white to come up with a very soft kind of buttery sunny yellow color. And this one is also tinted with Amsterdam titanium white and Amsterdam brilliant blue. So it has come up with a nice, beautiful kind of soft robin's egg blue, which is very pretty. I love it. And then I've darkened a couple of colors also. So when you lighten a color, it's called tinting. When you darken a color, it's called shading. So this color and this color were a little too far apart for me. So I shaded this color by adding some of this into it. So I've got a nice bridge color between these two now. And then this color, which is a mix of phthalo turquoise and phthalo blue, and this little Piggy pigments in black forest. I had some leftover I mixed in there to give it a little bit of a metallic sheen. This is going to be my horizon color, but I didn't want just one tone. So I actually took this color as my base, and then I added in this color, which is that pastel orange. I added in some vermilion, and then I added in some, I shaded it with some of the deep violet. And it came up with this kind of blue, green gray color, which is really going to be very cool in my horizon line. I've already talked about this one. And then these two colors, this is a mix of Amsterdam, I'm gonna get these two confused, hold on. Yes, this one is a mix of Amsterdam Pearl White and Pebeo Studio Acrylics Iridescent Blue Green or Green Blue. I can never remember which way it is, but it's a beautiful, very shimmery, frosty color. And then this one is mixed with, chromacryl acrylic white and Vallejo Pearl Medium, and I added in this little Piggy pigment mermaid. And so it's a really, really soft metallic blue. So these elements will be my sky. These elements will be my horizon. This is my sunset that'll be mixed in with the blues. And below the horizon, the idea for here is for me to do a beach reflection. I live in Costa Rica, and the sunsets on the beach are spectacular. And I especially love when it's low tide at sunset and there's a lot of wet sand that reflects the sunset. So that's kind of the idea that I'm going for. And rather than go through the middle, I want the majority of the focus to be on the sky, which will be the part closest to you when I pour it. I'm gonna put my horizon line right about here. About a third of the canvas will be then the reflection on the sand. So I'll be repeating the colors here below the sky. So there's not gonna be any gold for this for sand or anything like this. This is gonna be very dark and vibrant also. So I'm gonna walk you through. So this is gonna be a ribbon pour. So I'm gonna pour these colors one at a time on the canvas, and I'll walk you through it one at a time. I think I'm going to try, I don't do this very often, but I'm going to talk my way through most of this pour, because a lot of this color placement will be very intentional. So I want you to, I want to be able to talk my way through it. So I'm going to start with my horizon line, and I said I wanted it right about here. So I'm just going to pour this in a straight line all the way across. Doesn't have to be perfect, because when I tilt it, it will straighten out. One of the really important elements for a landscape or seascape is the horizon line for me. That tells me when I'm looking at it, even when it's very abstract, that tells me that I'm looking at a landscape. Okay, so I've done that. Now let's add in, I'm just going to drizzle this color in. I'll get some color variation when I do the tilting, and I have a little palette knife here. I might swipe through this a little bit too, because I'm also going to add in a little bit of this color. Not a lot, just a couple of splashes here and there. But I don't want to disrupt this darkness too much. So I'm just going to take my palette knife and kind of go back and forth through here. When we're doing these ribbon pours, you use a lot more paint than you actually need. So when I tilt this out, it's actually this part right here is all that's going to be left on the canvas, because it'll get stretched out and everything here will get poured off. But I always scrape up my leftovers or whatever's on the table and use it for base coat colors and that kind of thing later. So I'm just going to tilt this up just a little bit now. There we go. Okay, so I want a lot of brightness here in the center and then darkness kind of on the edges. So I'm going to start with some of this kind of pastel orange right in a line right here. I'm going to do my sky first, and then I'll work on the reflection part. So I've got that there, and let's put a little bit of this pastel yellow here. I'm okay with if these blend a little bit. But I don't want this to look like the sun. I've noticed that with sunsets, the colors are sometimes much more vibrant after the sun goes down below the horizon. So I don't want that to look like the sun. So hopefully when I tilt that out, it'll blend a lot more. Let's see here. And now that I've got that down, let's add in some of this mango, which is a much more vibrant orange and very reflective. Bring some of this up into the sky here. Maybe some up in the sky here too. And here. Now, if I were doing a daytime daytime landscape or seascape, the light is coming from above, and so the darker parts on the clouds would be on the underneath. But on a sunset, the light is coming from underneath, so the darker parts are actually on the top. So I can work my way from light to bottom on the cloud parts. So I'm going to then move directly into this vermilion color. And up here. Maybe a little bit through the mango too. Okay, that's nice so far. Okay, so now let's go to our bridge color between the orange and the red violet. I don't think I want it here on the bottom. I only want it up here. So I'm gonna come here. A couple of clouds that are layered around so we can mix these colors in, but keeping it mostly on the top. Right there. Ooh, that's looking nice so far. Ooh, I hope I have enough sky color. Okay, now let's do the violet. And don't need a lot of this. A lot of this stuff here on the outside edge is going to get tilted off anyway. I want to put some of this here on the edges. And here too. Nice. Okay. Well, I dripped a little bit. That's fine. All right, so since I want this brighter here and darker up here, I'm going to start the blues here in the sky with this lightest color. Oh gosh, I just realized I forgot to show you my paint consistency is very thin. It's almost Dutch pour thin. Let me use this color here. I hope we can see. These paints are mixed to a thin consistency so that they leave a mound, but it disappears very quickly. So if I do a little trace like this, it only lasts about a second. So this is a very, very thin consistency. I want these paints to move and I want them to blend a little bit. Okay. I'm actually gonna bring this up here in the center a little more. That's good. And then we're going to come here. And fill in some of these gaps right here. Oh my gosh, I don't have much of this left. Now let's use this one up at the top. Let's give that a little tilt. Y'all, I forget to talk. I get into my zone here. Okay, I don't have a lot of the blues left. So, what am I gonna do? Do I have anything left? Hold please. Okay, let's see here. I forgot again that I was going to talk my way through this. All right, so I like all the color on the horizon. I'm going to lose a lot of this over here on this edge. So I've got some really fun balance here. So one piece here, two floating pieces over here of clouds. That's going to look great. So now I need to reflect that down here. So the sky takes up 3/4 of my canvas. This part will stretch out. So actually these oranges on the reflection of the water will take up more of the space. So I'm gonna come down with those oranges and violets almost all the way down to here and then add in some of the blues. Okay, so I don't necessarily need a lot more. So let's start with that same color. I'm just going to use my finger and get rid of that. There we go. And I poured just a single line before. I'm going to pour it a little further out because that reflection will be larger. There we go. Hold that there for a second. Let's throw in a little bit more, a little bit of the yellow. The same colors need to be there, but they don't have to be in a line because it is a reflection. Oh, I forgot to put that in a smaller cup so I could pour it easier. Okay. Let's put in some of the mango. Let's go right in here. That's all of the mango. And then the vermilion around it. I want this to come out a little further.
So great.
So here we have the wet results, and I have to tell you, I think this is my best painting of 2024 so far. Yes, I know it's the first one, but I'm really happy with it. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm super happy with this. Look how vibrant this is. That horizon line, I love it. I'm glad I added in that mix of orange and violet. Created some really interesting texture and reflections there. There's the perfect amount of yellow. It didn't take over. It does not look like the sun. Even though I centered it, when I tilted it out, it kind of spread all over the place, and it's perfect. I love that there's a little bit of reflection still here on the very bottom. I love the way that the blues have blended for some variation in the sky elements. The clouds are darker on top. Yes, I'm really happy. I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit this video, but you probably, after I turn off the video, you probably didn't see me. I used my palette knife to draw out a couple of lines. Those 2 points on the violet there, I've drawn out a little bit. I drew that one out a little bit too, and then tilted a little more. I did the same with my horizon line. I used my palette knife to just kind of go back and forth to unify the whole thing, kind of trick the eye into thinking it's a straight line. It doesn't need to be perfectly straight because this is abstract, but I think it kind of helps to trick the eye that way. Can I get the whole thing in that way? There we go. Isn't it beautiful? I'm so happy with this. Okay, so now we wait and see how it dries. And this is the mostly dry result. This is so beautiful. I could not be happier with this sunset reflection ribbon pour. It's gorgeous. And look at that, the pearl white and blue combo. Look how reflective that is. I'm gonna have to fix that. A little bug flew in and committed suicide right there, so I'm gonna have to go in and touch that up. There's one other spot where it did that too. And this little spot right here, it looks like something landed there and tried to get out. But look at this TLP mango. Look how it glows. Oh my gosh, it's so perfect in this. This was was mixed with the Vallejo Pearl Medium, and it dried with a different texture than the other paints around it. Almost like it wanted to crack there, but didn't quite. So I think I got lucky. I could have tilted off more, but I was so happy with this composition that I didn't want to take any more away. So I think I got lucky, but I'll keep that in mind for next time. I will need to tilt more off to avoid that issue. But I think this is beautiful. I hope you enjoyed it too. Come learn to do landscapes and seascapes with me in Ireland at the next Fluid Art Boutique conference. The link will be in the video description below. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And go mix up some paints and be fearless.